Hey there, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me. We're doing your tarot reading for the present moment. This reading is good for right now, whenever that is, regardless of the date. However, we are in the month of December. So technically, this is a December reading. But hey, listen, if you happen to stumble upon this reading later on after the month of December, it's okay. It's all right. This reading is good for whenever it finds you. All right, let's begin. Let's begin. What guidance, clarity, what do we have for you? What does your spiritual team want to share with you, Taurus? What is most important? What do they want to bring attention to? Let's expand your awareness. Let's bring attention to something, Taurus. This reading focuses on guidance, guys, clarity, perspective for sure on the present moment. We're sticking to the present. We're not looking at the past. We're not looking into the future. We are in the present moment right now, guys. Let's see what's happening, what's going on. Grief. Oh my goodness. This card I can relate to this card. There's a woman and she's holding a pet. Grief, guys. Maybe some of you lost a pet, a loved one. Maybe it's not recent, but it's something that you still carry energetically in your heart. And well, I think that your spiritual team wants to bring attention to this grief that for whatever reason is still, I'm hearing, inside you. Are you in the process of grieving? Or are you healing, releasing, and letting go? And then right now I heard it's process. Grieving is a natural process, guys. So if there is something you haven't grieved, guys, a pain that you're holding on to, and I'm getting that there's pain that you're holding on to. For many of you, this is rooted in your past. It happened some time ago, but you didn't allow yourself, or you didn't get the chance to, for whatever reason, to grieve and experience this grief. I'm hearing, which is it's a natural process. So don't be afraid of grieving. Don't be afraid of the pain. And then another thing that I'm getting right now for you, Taurus, is that many of you are healing right now. You're doing a lot of energetic work, and you are processing a lot of pain, a lot of grief that you carry within your heart chakra. And well, this is just bringing perspective to you. Maybe you don't really know what you're working through, and that's very normal, especially when we're healing a lot of really old stuff. It's not like you get to choose. It's just kind of there. Like, okay, I want to work. I want to heal this old stuff. It's like, it's just a big bundle, right? And it can get maybe a little confusing what you're experiencing, what you're feeling. Perception. I'm hearing this grief, and let's call it pain. Let's just call it pain. This pain has, I should more so say it has really influenced and affected your perspective, how it is that you see yourself. This pain, I'm hearing this pain that you carry, it has influenced how you view the world, how you see yourself, how you see others. And here we have a chakra, or we have a stone, we have a crystal, and it's green, so it's connected to your heart chakra. These are feelings that are hurtful, experiences that created pain, that left you sad. Okay. There's a butterfly that I'm seeing. So you're undergoing a transformation. And this transformation is transforming part of this transformation entails, or I should say, the effects that you will have from this transformation that you're undergoing at the present moment, which is pretty much, I'm hearing, almost complete, is going to transform your perspective, the way that you see things, guys, the way that you see yourself, just everything. All right, tell me more. This is what is most important right now, guys. Let's get another card. This is what is most important. So make sure that you are allowing yourself time to grieve, to feel your emotions, to just sit there and breathe and feel things out, guys. Simply by feeling things out, that's a part of healing, feeling your emotions. Sadness. Tell me more, tell me more. I'm also getting that for many of you, there is a loved one, a pet for many of you that has either passed away or maybe they haven't, but they are helping you through a grieving process. There's a lesson here, a good one, a lesson, but more so healing that a pet or a loved one has provided to you, is giving you right now, or has for sure. Tell me more, tell me more. Service. We see a grandmother or an elderly person. Gosh, guys, I'm getting sad. I'm getting goosebumps. There's pain. This is about losing people. Maybe they have not passed. Many of you, this certainly feels like people who have passed on, who are with you in spirit now, not there physically anymore. And there's pain that you're still processing. Service. These experiences, guys, everything we go through in life, we can derive something positive from it. Everything. And we should, especially when it's something painful, when it's something bad or negative. We should try to derive something positive from that experience, whether it be a lesson, a perspective, something. And with this service card, guys, I'm getting that all these experiences, painful experiences, have given you a certain point of view, because you have experienced loss, grief, and that puts you in a position to be able to understand other people who have also experienced loss and grief. You know what this is also making me think about, guys? When I lost my dog, oh, it was so hard, guys. I lost her, and it was an accident, and I feel like that made it even worse, because I feel like I didn't have any time to prepare. It happened, in a blink of an eye, and I was so distraught. I was so sad, guys. I was so sad. And I there was of course a feeling of hopelessness, of not really knowing how I was going to go on. I knew I would go on, but just the thought of healing itself, knowing that it was going to take time, and that this grief, this pain, this loss that I was feeling was going to take time to pass. It created a lot of anxiety, and for the first time I felt a great need for support, and I found a group. I found a group for people to grieve that had specifically lost a pet. And I went, I think, for a couple of months. It was maybe once or twice a month. I can't fully remember, but I did make it to several of the meetings, and it really, really helped me out. And I remember telling the therapist that was hosting these grief, pet loss support groups, that I was really thankful for her. And she was so kind, and she was so loving, and she was perfect for that role. She just understood. She knew when to speak up, when not to say anything, when to listen, when to comfort you, when she just knew she was perfect for that role. And this is reminding me of her. So is this you, Taurus? I feel like this is bringing the attention to that. What experiences specifically, what experiences, painful, difficult, challenging things have you gone through in life that put you in a position to help others that have experienced the same? Like, this is making me also think about like hospice, people, loss. Yes, we see it here with the pet. Do you see? Maybe some of you need that. Some of you need help and support. Maybe you've never done it before. Maybe you feel a little bit strange like I did. I had never seeked support for grieving. And you know what? Something that I'll share with you, Taurus, is that when I lost my pet, it was an accident. It happened in a blink of an eye. I didn't see it coming. And it brought up, it was so painful, guys. And I remember asking myself, why is this so difficult? Like, I've lost a dog before. I was a lot younger. But I had a very deep connection with this dog. But I also lost my father when I was young in an accident, also in similar circumstances, in the way that it was an accident and I didn't see it coming. And I was a child, and I didn't grieve. I didn't get to grieve. In a way, I felt like I was not allowed to grieve because in my home, my mother I never saw her grieve. And my mother was the type of person that just didn't talk about it ever. And I remember wanting her to talk to me about my father, but she never did, because it was difficult for her to talk about it. Till this day, guys, my father has been passed for, oh my goodness, for over 30 years. And till this day, my mother still can't talk about it. So, in the beginning of the reading, I was talking about grief that many of you have been holding on to, that you might not even know, like, where's this pain coming from? It could be from a really old experience. Specifically, we're talking about loss. What loss that you experienced that, has influenced you, affected you? Perception, maybe there's something that you're having to see that you didn't see before. Service. So yeah, when I lost my dog, it was so painful, and I know that it opened up, it reopened a wound. Not necessarily reopened a wound, but because I feel like that wound was never healed when my father passed away. But through this passing that I had, my dog passing recently, maybe a little over a year ago, I processed a lot of the pain that was already there prior in relation to my father passing. So you're lost, guys, loss, pain, missing somebody, and service. Many of you are in a position to be able to help others in need. Ask yourself this. This is your message right now, Taurus. How can you help others? How can you be of service to your community? How can you be of service to the world, to those around you? How? What have you experienced? What pain are you carrying with you right now that can help you and help others? Many of you are going to find healing through service, which we could say it's a form of therapy. Find a support group. I felt strange. I had never done it, and I didn't really know, how am I going to do this? but I tried it out and it really helped, just listening to others, listening to their stories, sharing my experiences. And it's simply that, just simply sharing and being in a space where, being in a safe place, knowing that there's others who are going through the same, who can relate to you. Simply just that fact there, like, you're going through the same thing that I'm going through. Like, I understand you, you understand me. I know what you're going through. Service. All right, let's see. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. That's it. That's your message, guys. We're going to keep it simple for these general reads, guys. This is all about, bringing perspective, awareness to what's happening and what's going on right now with you guys. There's a lot of healing. Connections with others, guys. You're going to find healing through relating, through your community. I'm even getting community through people, through shared experiences. Look at that, the naked heart. Do you see that? Like the heart chakra, guys, the heart. It's really standing out. The naked heart. This is the World card. Wow, which makes sense with what I was just saying about being connected. This is about being connected to others, guys, on a grand scale. Service is going to help you. Service, guys. See what this is. We have Father of Swords. Wow, father. But, many of you, maybe you lost your father, like I did. Father of Swords. And we have the Jaguar. That's interesting. The Jaguar, guys, I'm a shaman, and during shamanic readings, I encounter animal spirits. And the Black Panther, when I see the Black Panther in a shamanic journey, I know I get an idea of what we're dealing with. So 2 things. One, there's a shadow aspect of the personality that you are bringing awareness to, especially so because here at the bottom we have trickery. And I feel like that trickery and then perception, they're linked together. And notice that this is also green, so the heart chakra is really standing out. So pain that comes with deceit and trickery, guys. And this has a lot to do with the way that you see yourself, a false perspective. So one, could be dealing with a shadow aspect of the personality, guys, that has really affected your heart chakra, your emotions. And we're also dealing with, could be soul retrieval. What is soul retrieval? Especially so with this service card. Do you see what's happening here? There's 2 souls there. Souls. So this is about retrieving souls and soul retrieval. And what I mean by that, soul retrieval has to do with regaining access to a certain part of you that was lost. Could even be a lost memory. It's a part of you that somehow got separated. And as a result, you now, for example, you can't heal until you retrieve this part, because it's like a missing piece. This is a missing piece for many of you that is either being retrieved, a part of you that you lost through a certain traumatic experience that has to do with loss. Many of you could be trickery, which is just deceit, being in a relationship with somebody that you think is a certain way, but then they deceive you, trick you. Father of Swords. This is heightening your awareness. I'm seeing this as advice, guys. This is your advice for right now. Heart chakra healing. I recommend that you go online, go to Google, and just do research on heart chakra healing, and just gather up information, and whatever you think you can do there, just integrate it into your life, into your week, into your days this time around, this month of December, or whenever it is that you find yourself watching this. I mean, breathe into your heart. Many of you have stuck energy there. Breathe into your heart, guys. Intentional breathing. Expand, breathe into your body, and expand specifically this area. The chest, guys, is really going to help you access a lot of old stuck energy. And the Father of Swords is just asking you, my dear Taurus, to have awareness over what you're feeling, have awareness over just everything that's happening and going on specifically with you, Taurus, right now internally. Anything related to your heart chakra, right? To your feelings. Pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention as well to your connections, guys, as they will be guiding you, illuminating you. The naked heart. Wow. The naked heart. It feels like it's exposed. It's exposed. There's healing, guys. There's healing. You're healing from grief and loss. At the bottom of the deck, we have joy and destiny. And as a result, guys, of this healing that you're doing, I'm hearing you are aligning yourself to the right timeline. I'm hearing because it was a little deviated. You could not move forward, or there was some sort of blockage. There's some sort of blockage that is, we could say that is being removed. And as a result, I mean, you're aligned again with your destiny. You're aligned, which means what, guys? It means that things are going to be a lot easier. Things perhaps that you've been struggling with that have been really hard are going to become quite easy for you to do. A lot of joy, focus on what makes you happy, guys. And this month of December right now, guys, I can see you being super happy. Super happy. All a result of processing loss and grief and the pain that's been in your heart, guys, that you are bringing awareness to. Do you see? Beautiful energy. Let's get some closing messages, guys. Closing messages for my dear Taurus. Closing messages, closing messages. It's important to focus on the positive, guys, every day, because this joy, you see all those sunflowers there? Are they sunflowers? It kind of look like sunflowers. The sunflower tries to face the sun always. So that's about every day looking for the positive because it's there. Okay, don't fall. Maybe, it could be easy to, many of you, you're grieving right now, for sure. You are. Maybe, something recent, or whether it's something recent or old, like that could really, it could be easy to fall into depression. It could be easy to fall into negative feelings and emotions and thoughts right now because of these experiences. But it's important that every day you refocus your attention to happiness and joy, because it's definitely there. And I'm hearing, and it's time for you to smile. It's time for you to experience joy and happiness, guys. Destiny, this is meant to happen. Destiny is involved too, guys, right now. Destiny. And I do feel like it's connected to service, life purpose, which reminds me of life purpose. All right, closing messages for Taurus, closing messages. Here we go. We have family and peace. Oh, You see how this goes? Family and peace. Family and peace. Many of you, has to do with your family. This is going to affect in a positive way your relationships, your family dynamics, your family, guys. Like it's coming together. The strong bonds are strengthening, and there's a sense of peace that that you're experiencing this time around, guys. I'm hearing a sigh of relief. All right, one last message for my dear Taurus. If you want to book a reading with me, guys, you can do so by going to the link down below in the description box. It's going to take you to VotreVoyageTarot.com, where you could book a private reading with me. We have Emerald. Do you see Emerald? Emerald, like all the green we've been talking about, the heart chakra. Ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages, such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, and anniversaries. Destiny, guys. Destiny. You're going to come face to face, I'm hearing, with destiny. A certain event. Something is going to happen, guys, that is meant to happen. Could certainly be a person, just something, an opportunity, something that's destined for you, guys. And I'm hearing in this as well, it's coming to you because you're healing, and it's going to help you heal. Destiny, Emerald, ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages right now, guys, such as weddings, birthdays, graduation, or anniversaries. One last card and we're done from here. One last message for Taurus. One last message for my dear Taurus, and we're done. I'll see you guys for your love reading next. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. So you're going to have to say no. Say no, guys. You're going to say no. You have to say no to certain things, to certain people. Create strong boundaries, because there will be things, people in your life that are demanding your time and your energy. But for whatever reason, it's not a good time. Could be because of what you're dealing with, right? Maybe you don't, it takes a lot of energy. I'm hearing it takes a lot of energy to deal with certain things, with certain people. And well, you need to think about yourself, and you need to create boundaries. Your time is important. Your energy is important, guys. So create boundaries. You know who you have to create boundaries with, or with what. This is what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. As always, truly, it was an honor and my pleasure. You guys take care, okay? Bye-bye.